If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. The goddamn Tracklist leaked. You know, Lil Baby's releasing his new album, It's Only Me, this Friday on October 14th, and I was about to make new videos on this, what to expect, when the Tracklist coming out, but it just leaked. The Tracklist leaked, and he just released a new song. We gotta talk about this. Let's jump straight into this. So before we get into the Tracklist, which is obviously the very exciting thing because we can tell the titles of the tracks, we can tell the features on this album, we gotta look at this new single. But we're getting into the Tracklist in just a second. He just dropped a new song. Lil Baby just released a new song. It's called Heyy with 3 Ys. He also dropped a video for it, and he did like a YouTube Shorts exclusive thing. I'm really not sure what that's all about. I just saw it, but I had to make this video first. And this song is actually pretty good. I like it. I think he's trying to recreate some of that whoa hype with the meme, the whole whoa movement and stuff like that with the hey. If you know the song, then you know what I'm talking about. But I like it. It's nice. It also got a video. Make sure to go check it out. But now we got to jump into the track list because, bro, what? So in combination with the release of this single, Heyy, also the Apple Music track list got updated for this album. I think it might have to do with the way that the Heyy single was distributed as not just a single, but already a part of the album. But with this Heyy single, the rest of the track list on Apple Music unlocked. And we got to look at this. I saw some people already talk about this on the Reddit. That's where I got this from. So the Lil Baby Reddit is always up to date. But let's look at this. This is it. This is the track list. Now we can see 23 songs, just like he said, and 7 features, just like he confirmed in the last tweet that I went over in the last video on this. So this is pretty much confirmed to be the track list. Let's look at this. Let's go through this track by track. Let's see what we can learn about this. The first track is called Real Spill. We have not heard about this yet. To my knowledge, this is also not a leak. This is nothing that's been going around, not a snippet, nothing like that. The same goes for the second track, Stand On It. We haven't heard about this. It seems like he's going into this new record with 2 brand new singles. None of the singles that we got, I'm talking about Detox or this new Heyy single, but just 2 new tracks that maybe he's gonna want to have blow up because usually the first, couple of tracks get the most traction on an album. The third track is Pop Out with Nardo Wick. I like this, given some other Atlanta artists out there, especially Nardo Wick, one of the hottest right now coming out of the city, a platform to, have their voice be louder. And to be on a Lil Baby album is crazy for Nardo Wick. Baby was on the last Nardo Wick album as well with The Future, the Mirror Sum track. So it's not like the two of them are, not like affiliated at all, but I like that Nardo was on here, like a dub feature in my opinion. The fourth track is Heyy, so the one we just got. As I said, I like this track. I think it tries to create a viral moment that he somehow had with Whoa in the My Turn days. So I think he's going for something like that. Then we have a track called California Breeze. I don't know what that's going to be about. Usually doesn't rap about California. Then we have a track called Perfect Timing. I also haven't heard of this one, even though that is also the name of his first mixtape. So maybe a reference to that, maybe a reference to how, far of a way he's come. And, in the back of my head, I'm always like, is this a leak? Is this a snippet that I've heard? Now, mind me, I'm not too much into the leaks. Like a lot of y'all are way more into those. So let me know if you have any more info on this. I feel like I've heard this before, but also I'm really not sure. Let's keep moving though. Next up, we have Never Hating with Young Thug. For Baby to have a Thugger feature on there was pretty much a given because both of them are obviously very close, and Thugger got him out of the streets and got him really involved in music. So that wasn't a big of a surprise that he's on here. But obviously in these days nowadays, a Thugger feature is something special because we don't get new Thugger music right now. The next track is called Forever featuring Friday. Really dub feature as well. So far the features are dope. Friday delivered an amazing performance, for example, on DJ Khaled's record God Did on the God Did title track. So to have him on here I think is a dope choice from Lil Baby, and he's gonna add something to this for sure. Next up, we have Not Finished. Also can't tell you what that's going to be about. But then we have an interesting one. Because In a Minute, one of the 2 leaks that he dropped in April, which include In a Minute and Right On, and then also Frozen, is going to be on the album, but none of the other ones. So neither Frozen nor Right On are going to make this track list, but In a Minute does. Now, mind me, In a Minute is my favorite track of all 3 that dropped in April, and a leak that I've been listening to for, some time before it came out officially. So I'm all happy with this. But it's just weird that this is on here, but none of the other ones. But, In a Minute is an amazing track, so I'm happy with this. Then we have a track called Waterfall Flow. That doesn't sound like a Lil Baby title to me, but we're going to have to see, how that's going to work out. And then we have a track called Everything, pretty non-saying in itself. Then a Future feature called From Now On. I think that's going to go really hard because on the last one, the Live Off My Closet, On My Turn, that was an amazing track as well that Future really came in hard and really delivered something on. So this track is going to be dope, I think. The next track is called Double Down. Also don't know what that's going to be about. Then we have a track called Cost to Be Alive with Rilo Rodriguez. It was pretty sure that Rilo was going to be on here, or at least one of the 4PF artists. Usually it's Rilo that's on there. Nuda could also make it, but he didn't this time. But he's also always promoting his stuff, you feel me? But Rilo is on here, also making a bit of a wave in his own, recently dropped the album, like I think a year ago or something. So I like that. The next one's called Top Priority. Then we have a track called Danger. None of these tracks that are not like a clear leak or a clear snippet, we can't say a lot about them. And the ones that also don't have a feature are really hard to talk about. But, the Top Priority and Danger are like filler tracks in there. Then Stop Playing with Jeremiah. Now, this one could be really big because, having like an R&B artist on here, having like an artist that can add something different than Lil Baby on here is definitely something that I think Baby can benefit from and that I think is going to make a Baby track way better. So I'm really happy with this feature as well. So far, the features are crazy. We have a couple of given ones like Young Thug or Rilo Rodriguez that we're just like, okay, he puts them on there because obviously that makes sense and it's kind of like a given for Baby. But the other ones, Friday, for example, Nardo, Wig, Jeremiah now, that's crazy. Then we have a track called FR, so Likely For Real. Don't know what that's going to be about. Then an ESTG feature, also really dope. Back and Forth, the 2 of them recently collaborated on Real As It Gets. I think that dropped it might have been December of 2020 or early 2021, I believe, when that came out. So I like the track, I really do. And Back and Forth likely be in the same lanes as that. Then we have 21, Shice Talk with Pooh Shiesty. Now, both, they collaborated as well. Baby was on Pooh Shiesty's, I think it was on the Deluxe. That Pooh Shiesty's first album that went #1. So the 2 of them have collaborated in the past, and I think this could work out pretty well as well. Then track number 22. I mean, this is a long track list. 23 tracks is a long track list. We have No Fly Zone, and then the last one is Russian Roulette. So that's the track list. And we can see in total it's a runtime of 1 hour and 5 minutes. So definitely quite a long track list. Definitely not an album that you can kind of like listen to and then it's just over like that. So really something that has a lot of volume in there, has a lot of depth in there. We're going to have to wait and see what the individual tracks sound like. I don't know if it's a very good idea for Baby to go solo for the big majority of the album. He's usually very much benefited from features in the past, but I think if he can actually, make this happen, then, he can cement his spot as one of the best ones in this generation and one of the best ones in the game in general. We always talk about Baby as the leader of this new generation. If all of the solo tracks on here are really solid and he can prove that he can do an album without no features that is really solid, then he has proven that. And I'm happy about this track list, actually. We haven't gotten a new Baby in a very long time, in 2.5 years since My Turn dropped. And for us to get a really long album, I think is all right. So I'm happy with that, actually. And I'm surprised that In a Minute is on here, but I like it. And the new single, hey, listen to it. Let me know what you think about the new single. Let me know all your thoughts on this. All your thoughts, theories, your opinions on this. Anything you got. Are you happy with this track list? All that stuff. Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.